When two treaty tribes signed a treaty, a singular treaty, what happens when one of those treaty tribes ceases to exist as a government, ceases to exist as a tribe? Does treaty tribe number one retain all rights and privileges of all of those treaties of which they were signatories on? And does treaty tribe number two, that no longer exists, have any of the rights, claims, or privileges under the treaties signed by treaty tribe one? Well, when treaty tribe number two ceased to exist and gave up all rights and privileges, seeking a speedy termination process for themselves, do they have any rights or privileges for any of the treaties for which they signed with treaty tribe number one? Well, that is the question that we have to ask today. Treaty tribe number one is the Chickamauga Nation. Treaty tribe number two is the Cherokee Nation that stayed east until 1838, moved in the winter of 1838 to the homelands of the Chickamauga in Indian Territory, then assassinated the chiefs and the leadership in Treaty Tribe number one, the Chickamauga Nation, and then claimed all rights and privileges of the treaties. And the United States military gave those rights and privileges to the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma, incorporated. You notice I use the word Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma Incorporated. In 1902, they went to the Congress of the United States, asked to have their government terminated, asked to have their lands allotted to them, and then once the Congress approved what is colloquially known as the Cherokee Agreement of 1902, they turn around and their council votes to end their government so they can allot the lands to the individual people. When they terminate their government, do they terminate their rights and privileges to all of the treaties signed previously? Well, those treaties were written to those governments, to those people. So that government no longer has rights or authorities under those treaties. They abrogated their own rights, they abrogated their own privileges. So they no longer have those rights and privileges. Then in 1906, the Curtis Act just went ahead and helped them right on out the door. The principles of treaty rights demand that they have no rights or privileges to those treaties because they terminated themselves. They claim they have rights and privileges to those treaties by the Oklahoma Indian Welfare Act of 1936, where they became a corporation chartered in the state of Oklahoma. Well, they are a business incorporated in the state of Oklahoma, but they are not the original treaty tribe who terminated their own government in 1902 by a vote of their council so that they were able to allot lands um, that they thought were theirs. The United States government today has to answer a question to the Chickamauga Nation. Are those lands, is that government, does that tribe, all the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma Incorporated, do they have rights and privileges? And the answer is no. They terminated themselves. They have no rights. They have no privileges to the 22 treaties written to and signed by the Chickamauga Nation.